Hello, now, here's the weird one. I already recorded this episode, and then before I uploaded it, I was like, did I really. Was the stuff I just said really true? And so I checked out, and so I had it was a 20-minute episode and or vlog or whatever, and I had like basically three topics, and I checked it out, and it turns out that I was wrong pretty much on every single one. So now I'm here without any topics. Great. So let's recap the stuff I wanted to talk about, which I realized was stupid to talk about. And first of all, my microphone is now up there for reasons. I recorded something yesterday while standing up, and I kind of left it up there to see if it works as well. Not sure yet. Anyways, getting used to. I hope so. I don't know. Also, kind of trying to see how the audio quality turns out. Nevertheless, what was the topic I wanted to talk about? So this week I caught up to Wander Over Yonder. Wander Over Yonder? Whatever. However you pronounce this show. And I thought that this was the season's finale. I didn't realize that there are, I believe, 11 more episodes to come. I don't know. We are at a counter of 68 now, and there should be a total of, what was it? 39 in the first season, 40 in the second season, so we are still 11. So we still have 11 episodes to go, and I didn't realize this, and I just saw it. Because no matter where you look, when you look on the Wonder Wikia, when you look on, and I usually always have my Skype muted, and now I don't have an. Obviously now a call. Somebody comes in. Okay, so Wander Over Yonder, and I didn't realize that there are 11 more episodes to come, because on Wikipedia, on the Wonder Wikia, it just stops. Usually, when there are more episodes to come, you have this like to be announced. When the length of the season is known, they know that there will be 40 episodes. But for idiots like me, they just cut it off after the most recent one, after episode 68. And so, and at this point, I ranted about this for at least 5 minutes in the original recording of this video. I was like, it feels so unsatisfying, it feels so incomplete, especially the last 3 episodes were like so not the end of it. Like you can't stop it. They just upped the game up, they just created cliffhangers, and I was like, no, this can't be the end. No, because there are all those petitions going on Tumblr, like make the show continue, and I was like, oh my god, this can't be the end. This is so the total lack of fascinating. I forgot the word term earlier as well. I looked it up and I forgot it again. Not conclusion, but you get this very satisfied feeling at the very end of a thing. Like the Firefly movie did for the show, and the TV special for Farscape, when they kind of conclusion. Thank you, me. So yeah, the total lack of conclusion, really? No, not conclusion. God damn it! What's the word? Seriously, twice a day is the same word. This is kind of getting ridiculous. No, not fulfillment, not satisfaction, not completion, performance. Wow. Let's watch a German idiot for multiple minutes trying to figure out what the word is. Not conclusion. Let's see if this one works. No, not satisfaction, not pacification. Content. Well, this is an amazing episode now. Well, the feeling that it is whole and that it has a nice conclusion, and God, this will bother me for the rest of the day. And it was totally lacking that. So, and then I was like, is it really the end? And I checked the wiki and I counted the episodes and I was like, and there was something about an announcement that the final episodes come out in June. And I was like, did I really just record a vlog ranting 10 minutes about something that is completely not true? Yeah, I did. And it was not the only topic I did this very same mistake. Because I realized that I screwed up there big time, I went back to my other topic and checked it. And I realized that I was wrong as well. My other topic has been Zootopia. I mean, I already fanboyed about it last week, so if you want to see it, check out last week's episode of this vlog thingy, where I talked about Zootopia for, I believe, 15 minutes. Total fanboy over here. Especially, I love Judy as a character, and I ship Judy and Nick hardcore, and so being the passive appreciator of art on the internet I am, I went to Fur Affinity, and being a furry as well, I went to Fur Affinity and wanted to be like, okay, let's get some cool Zootopia art. Let's grab some cool Zootopia art and gather it in my little favorite folder and bury it there for nobody ever to be seen again. So I went there, I saw one drawing and there was a tag for Judy Hopps, and I clicked the tag, and this tag was actually only used about, I don't know, 3 dozen times. So I got 3 pages, okay, a little bit more actually, but I got like 3 pages, so it's not, I don't know, a little bit over 100 images. A little bit over 100 images of Judy, and 80% were not safe for work. And I was like, seriously? I don't have a problem with not safe for work art, but when I just want to celebrate those awesome new characters I fell in love with, I want just normal safe for work art. This shouldn't be too much to ask for. And I was really like pissed and like, rawr. And I went over to DeviantArt, and there I instantly found a group like Judy X, Nick Forever, Ship Fest, whatever. And I went in there, and because it's DeviantArt, it all was safe for work. And instead of 80% not safe for work, I got 80% really, really crappy artwork. Welcome to DeviantArt. But I was really like pissed, like, damn you, Fur Affinity, why do you fulfill the cliches that furries are only about porn and whatnot? And I even talked with a furry friend about it, and he was like, oh yeah, it's the sad truth. And I was like, oh god, this is so disappointing, because until this point, I imagined Fur Affinity as the hub, the fandom hub for art or creative work in general, because you can also upload music and text and whatnot, but I personally don't care about anything but the drawn art, so yeah. And well, earlier, after realizing that I was an idiot in one vlog already once, I was like, don't be an idiot twice. So I went over there, and instead of clicking this one tag I found under one image, I just entered Judy Hopps in the search bar. And what do you know? Mostly safe for work art, with the obligatory great part of crappy art, but nevertheless, and now I'm happy I can just favorize all those images and be like happy, and don't have to feel betrayed by my fandom. So good job, Fur Affinity. You are not as perverted as I thought for a while you were. You are only as perverted as I already knew you were. Not sure where this leaves us. And last but not least, at least my final story was true. I came across this video. I don't know why it popped up. Probably because I watched some MLP videos earlier, and then I recently started watching Chris Reagan, which is actually a political loaded channel which calls out Arnita Sarkeesian on her bullshit and talks about censorship on Twitter. So the kind of channel I actually unsubbed from 1.5 years ago because I got so fed up with it. But either my tolerance is up again and I can watch it for a while because until I am fed up with it, or I don't know what's going to how this will turn out. Maybe even my opinion count will start again. I don't know. But at this point, he's really only the only channel of this kind I watch again. Nevertheless, the video I saw was from JJTalkz, some kind of vlog channel from a girl in her late teens. I'm not sure. And the video was called "My Problems with Bronies." And the thing about her is, it's amazing. She tries to stay completely PC, so political correct, but she is so condescending, so fake in her, like, I'll try to make this as tactful as possible. Like, that she actually throughout the entire video, the way I have some friends who are, eye roll, quote unquote bronies. What a bitch! Like, seriously, you have friends and you don't want to acknowledge that you have friends who are actual bronies. No, they have to be quote unquote bronies because you are far too cool to be to have brony friends. I don't know. Prejudice 101, ladies and gentlemen. And she's amazing. It was actually fun to watch. There's two problems she has with bronies. The first one is bronies are invading a space that has been designed for little girls. Well, she also has some kind of, I don't want to say that shows have to be age or gender restricted or for particular age groups, but you are invading a space. It's like, what? I can only assume that she got the idea to talk like this from this current ongoing thing of the safe space. So at the end of the day, no, JJ, you are literally looking down and not allowing people to enjoy something outside of their space. And she built this entire complaint about the fact that you went to BronyCon and went to the Brony booth and witnessed, allegedly, that there was a little girl who wanted to buy an image, and then an older guy came in, assumably a Brony, who paid more and got the piece. Well, if the girl really had the money and the Brony came in there was like, I pay you more, give it to me, then he is a complete asshole. But this has nothing to do with people invading the space that has been designed for little girls. I love this phrase. This phrase is amazing. I will probably use it for the rest of my life. This is, if you really saw this, and we still have to assume that her accountant of the situation is non-biased, and going by everything she shows in this video, she is biased as fuck. So I wouldn't put it beyond her that maybe the girl didn't have any money and was asking to get it presented. Or maybe the older man who came in there was buying it for his own daughter. We don't know. She is just like, well, I went to the booth and I witnessed this. And beyond anything, if the guy pays more money and the dealer is fine with it, this is just capitalism. This is the free market. This is nice. This is still a crappy part of society. But this has nothing to do with invading any spaces. It's amazing. Okay, her second complaint, the second one, I will be kind of with her, with the problem she has, but not her approach. The problem she has is the sexualization of ponies, of MLP content, the Rule 34 stuff you see all over. And I'm with her that, yeah, there is a certain level of responsibility on all ends. Like, the bronies have to be careful that their stuff doesn't leak out, that they keep their Rule 34 stuff to Rule 34 pages, that they tag it, so that the filters on the internet actually work, and not a little girl who wants to look up a show that admittedly was designed for her. Even so, Lauren Faust would probably argue that it was designed for families as a whole, not just little girls. But let's talk the condescending language JJ used. And yes, it should not happen that when you just enter Rainbow Dash or My Little Pony in Google that you get nude images. This shouldn't happen, and I believe it has been disproven at this point that or it has been proven that it barely happens. Let's try it. I don't have any safety filters on my PC, so let's check. Image search, Rainbow Dash. Okay, not a single naughty one. Scrolling down. Okay, here we have some kissing and blushing and socks, but still everything completely safe for work. Still scrolling down. Not a single piece that is too gross for a little girl to see. Nothing that would spoil the use of a character. The grossest thing I just see here is an USB stick, where you can unplug. I just show you. Where is it? Too bright of a monitor. This is nightmare fuel in the middle there, the USB stick. This is actual nightmare fuel, but it's still nothing you couldn't show to a little girl. The little girl was probably the customer for it. So, yes, I know that this is a problem, but obviously I just proved it. It's not a problem that is big enough to complain about. The sexualization of ponies is contained. So, once again, we have this girl who is just out of principle, out of bias, whatever, judging a group of people, a fandom, because she obviously doesn't like it. She's not a fan of it. She's not amused. Because yes, sexualization exists. I will not deny it. But obviously it is contained enough, at least this little experiment didn't show something. You can probably disprove me that if you just put in the right words into the algorithm. I don't even have any safety filters on my PC, and nothing popped up. So I have to assume that in a household with children, and this was JJ's point, she has smaller siblings who are into My Little Pony, so I see where her concern comes from. But if there are any safety filters on the computer, and if the child is not allowed to unsupervised check out the internet, this shouldn't be an issue. So, and about sexualization in general, Rule 34. Sometimes it's not nice, but here's the thing. When you grow up, when you go pre-puberty, past puberty, as long as you're not turning out asexual, you have a sexual sense, you have a libido, you see certain aspects of the world in a sexual context. And if you are enjoying something, anything by the way, not just a show you are a fan of, but everything, if you enjoy it, you will have a certain sexual view on it. Just a football fan who gets a boner when he sees his girlfriend in a tricot, in a shirt from his favorite team. I would also say that, like, what the fuck? How can you consider this shirt sexy? Covering up the majority of her body in this oversized thingy is sexy? But yeah, because this guy is a fan, just as a random example. And so yeah, sexualization is a natural thing of being an adult. And as long as you keep it to yourself, well, coming back to my favorite rule, no, everything is fine as long as nobody gets hurt. And if you take care that the little girl doesn't see this content and therefore doesn't get hurt, this rule is fulfilled. And JJ, get over yourself, seriously. It was amazing to watch. It was funny because she is so, I don't know what to say, naive, blue-eyed, ignorant. I'm lacking the right term to describe how she is, but amazing. So on a certain weird level, it was amazing to watch. And because she's really just a young child, I'm not too worried about her. But she might join the ranks of full-grown bigots if she gets older, and people don't tell her otherwise. And on the contrary, she got a comment by Mr. Repsion, which is also some kind of semi-big YouTubing atheist guy. And he was like, I agree 100% with everything said. And I was like, God, I watched this guy at some point, and he is just as superficial and prejudiced as this vlog girl. And I was like, anyways, trying to keep this under 20 minutes. So, guys, this was me talking about my own and other people's incapability, and I would say, see you next time.